this is Stephanie with Let's Talk Bitcoin. I'm at the Texas Bitcoin Conference, and I'm here with Kyle from Coin Talk. Hey, Kyle.
How's it going?
Good. You're an old friend. You've been on the show before.
I have. Thank you for having me on. In fact, I caught you actually isolated the snippet of yourself from my show and put it on your blog, and I was going to send you a message and say thank you for that, because I listened to it and there was some high praises, so thank you.
Oh, thank you so much, yeah. And thanks for open sourcing your show so that I could promote it and everything. How are you enjoying the conference so far?
So far, so good. It's been crazy. I didn't know I was coming until like last minute. Basically, I've got so much going on in Toronto now. We're trying to get the Coin Talk studio all set up, and basically decided on Monday that I'd be coming out. And so it's been a rush, but it's been good.
Ooh, start packing, yeah.
Yeah, I'm leaving like tomorrow morning as well. So it's like I'm in and I'm out.
Right. So, okay, you're from Canada. What are the and you're very active in the Bitcoin community. What are the differences you see when you walk into the U.S. and the way that people use Bitcoin and buy and sell Bitcoin? I know you got lots of ATMs up there, but here we apparently have to give our fingerprints.
Yeah, apparently. Well, the first thing I noticed coming down to Texas was that everybody's saying y'all. So I thought that was kind of funny.
Yes.
That being said, though, the differences that I see between Canada and the States, for whatever reason, and maybe this is legislation or maybe this is just political parties being lax in Canada, we've been able to get away with a little bit more. We don't need to follow as strictly the KYC, at least not yet. Now that's changing. So right now all we need to do for verifications with ATMs up to $10,000 is a phone number. So that's been tremendously liberating in the sense that people can come in, get a text message confirmation, and get their Bitcoins without having to go on record. I'm a bit of an anarchist at heart. And so for me, when I had to theoretically, like when the RoboCoin came to Vancouver and you needed to do the palm print, I was like, ugh, is that where we're going with this? Because I agree with your sentiment that I don't necessarily want to bow to the regulators, and I want to push this movement into the free space.
Or give up biometric data that could be stolen by just regular criminals,
Absolutely. I've switched to Android now, and part of the reason was because of the blockchain app being yanked. But the other reason is that I just can't deal with fingerprint scanners. It's like I just don't want that technology, and the fact that it might become de facto, I'm not a big fan of that. So,
Right. So, tell me more about what projects you're working on right now.
So right now, I'm working on Coin Talk. Basically, we're trying to flesh it out into a full video show. We're going to try and switch to a live model, so that's really been taking up a lot of
Wow, that's a lot of production, on a live video show.
Yeah, well, basically what we want to do is we want to set it up so that we have a switcher. The problem with the show, especially when you're dealing with video and file size and all that kind of stuff, is that you need a beast to do the editing. So if we can switch that to a live model, hopefully by the end of March, we'll at least be able to, or I'll at least be able to get up and walk away and have it be done, and be broadcasted out.
I can really relate to that as a longtime podcaster, and I'm sure with video it's 10 times worse, having to edit everything. It's much easier to do a live show and just live with the mistakes.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's kind of like you have to play the balance between being good enough to be live and also, minimal editing.
That too, you have to be good enough to do live.
Yeah. I want to quote, what's that guy, Bill O'Reilly, right?
Yeah.
So I've got that on the go. I'm also working on a few side projects. I'm doing advertising for crypto cards, which is an offline wallet solution that uses laser-etched aluminum cards. You can check that out at cryptocards.co.
Oh, let's talk about that, because I saw some of the prototypes yesterday. I don't know if they were prototypes or the actual real thing, but you had some in your wallet, and they were really cool. It's basically a paper wallet, but it's not paper. It's etched metal, like you said. Mm-hmm. And you've got your public deposit address or verify address in there, and then you've also got a private key, but it's encrypted in such a way that if somebody physically stole your card, they wouldn't be able to get your coins because you have to have an associated password with that private key. Did I get that right?
Yeah, absolutely. So CryptoCards is another company that's based out of Toronto, and basically the idea is that they generate laser-etched aluminum offline wallets. And so you go to the website, you download a GitHub package to generate the wallet offline. You can do Bitcoin, Litecoin, Peercoin, and Dogecoin. And effectively, you download the package, you encrypt it yourself, and you upload the keys. So they're never holding onto your passphrase. And basically, when you get it in the mail, you get a slick card. It's waterproof, crumple-proof. It won't rust or corrode. It's fireproof up to 600 degrees. And so it's taking the concept of an offline wallet, but it's really extending it over time. It's time resilient and it's element resilient.
And an extra security feature in there with the password.
Absolutely. And in fact, a lot of the users, from my understanding, are scanning them into wallets like Mycelium and using them as viewing addresses. And so you can monitor your public address, never take the wallet online, but you can verify that your funds are there. And should you lose your phone or whatever, you still have the card in like a safety deposit box or under your bed or buried in the earth or wherever you want to use it. I think there's a real need for offline wallets, and so I'm glad that there's new offline wallet solutions coming up.
Me too. And one thing that I really notice is there are a lot of sort of physical Bitcoin or kind of physical offline wallet solutions that are coming out. But, you don't want to necessarily have for instance, a physical Bitcoin or a silver round with a private key on it that you have to break into to access. You want something that's like a card, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
That you can easily carry around, and that doesn't cost a lot to manufacture. That's another thing.
Yeah, exactly. The prices are, I think they sell for $12. The cool thing about it is that you can actually get like a public-only key, and then you've got a bigger QR code, and you can keep that in your wallet. There's no risk of somebody brute forcing your BIP38 passphrase, though that's near to impossible anyways. But the cool thing about those cards is that you can take them out at ATMs, for example, and scan them at the ATM and send it directly offline. So there's functionality like that, which is really cool. It actually minimizes the time that it's in a hot wallet.
Yes, that is very, very cool. And yeah, I mean, I don't mean to knock the other types of solutions too. I'm sure there are lots of people who want sort of more permanent kinds of cold storage, like the physical Bitcoins and the silver and gold integrated ones. But there's definitely a place for plastic too.
Yeah. Well, aluminum in this case.
Aluminum,
I think
yes.
They're going to offer carbon fiber, marble, all sorts of cool things coming up. The other thing is that people are waiting on hardware wallets, and hardware wallets are going to be really cool, but they're just not here yet, you know what I mean? And so it's kind of like we need the solution that we can have today in a certain regard, and these things are pretty cool. So
yeah, absolutely. So
let's talk about this Satoshi Nakamoto unmasked thing for a moment.
Okay, we have to talk about this. So I woke up and I was rushing to the conference today, but there was an article that came out from Newsweek, I think, and they claimed to have found someone who was actually named Satoshi Nakamoto, lives in California, is a libertarian, and made Bitcoin. Although there was no confirmation in this article from my skimming of it that the guy didn't admit, like, yes, I am Satoshi. They just kind of pegged him as Satoshi, which...
Yeah,
he wants to be anonymous. Come on,
absolutely.
Leave him alone.
As far as I know, and I read the article, but it's not really even the greatest article.
I think it's I mean, I don't think it's true, but we'll see. Right?
I don't know what to think. There are two things that I think are odd about it and that I can't place. The first thing is that Gavin basically made a tweet about it, Gavin Andresen, about he was giving condolences to the Nakamoto family. I don't know if that's because this family, whether or not it is Satoshi, is going to have to deal with massive repercussions now.
I think that's, yeah.
It might be the case. I'm on the fence about it. And then the second thing is that it seemed to be pretty well researched. It seemed like the reporter had at least spoken to like 20 or 30 people to narrow it down.
Well, the key to a good lie is details, right? And, we'll see if those details are actually verified.
Yeah, and the other thing is that if you look at the apparently they found like forum posts from this Satoshi Nakamoto, not necessarily the cryptographer Satoshi, and they don't match. They're totally different English usages of words and like different pronunciations and structures. So I don't know. I mean, that could be the work of a brilliant person trying to create multiple trails, but I'm on the fence. But I think it's interesting. I think it's unfortunate that as a community we're trying to focus on the celebrity aspect as opposed to the technology aspect, but such is life.
I think that's one of the smartest things that Satoshi could have done for Bitcoin. It's not about him. It's about Bitcoin.
Yeah, you got to disappear. You got to basically take away the ammunition of anybody who wants to challenge the platform and let it stand on its own merits. So, Satoshi, if you're out there listening and you're not the actual guy that was named in the article today, we're with you. Keep hiding. I want to see if those coins move, though.
Yeah, solidarity with the real Satoshi.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the rogue candidate Satoshi. What do you call it when
the Satoshi stand-in? Let's call it.
Satoshi stand-in. Yes.
Fall guy.
Solidarity with the fall guy too.
Even from the perspective of perhaps being like a planned fall guy, that actually gets the heat off of the real Satoshi if you want to go into the conspiracy realm. But who knows? Who knows?
Indeed. We'll find out more as time goes on, and I think we got to get ready for this charity luncheon that's coming up. So, Kyle, thank you for coming on. Let's Talk Bitcoin, as always.
Yeah, thank you for having me, and keep up the good work. You guys are doing a great service. So
great to talk with you. Thank you. And cointalk.ca, is that your site?
Cointalk.ca, or just Google us or go to YouTube, type in Cointalk, one of the first things you find. And if you're interested in the offline wallet, you can check out their site at cryptocards.co.
Excellent. Thank you so much. I'm talking with Hasib Awan from BitAccess. They are a manufacturer of Bitcoin ATMs, and they've already rolled some out in Ottawa, right? Based out of Ottawa.
Yeah, we're based out of Ottawa, but we have machines right now in Montreal, Toronto, Ottawa, Geneva, Winnipeg, and we should be launching in Dubai, Slovenia, Belgium, Mexico, Sydney, Melbourne, and Colorado, and a couple of other countries, Panama, within 2 weeks.
Okay, so, and we're here at the Texas Bitcoin Conference, but this, I don't know when this will air, but we're at the Texas Bitcoin Conference now. So what goes into manufacturing Bitcoin ATMs? Like tell me about the security features and the features of the ATM itself. What does it do?
Sure, so the machine that, we have a two-way machine, which means that you can buy and sell Bitcoins. The unique proposition of our machine is you can have a hot wallet in the machine, so the transaction time is pretty faster than other competitor. Second thing we have a recycle in our machine, which means you have lower operational expenses. So the money that goes into a machine is the money that goes out. So the operator doesn't have to fill in the dispenser and catch the and put it in a dispenser. So that's the unique proposition of our machine. On top of which, our upcoming machine will have a safe, ink bomb, alarm, if someone wants to break in, GPS in the machine. So these are all the security features on the hardware side.
So if someone tries to walk away with it, break into it, or anything like that, they'll be prevented from doing it.
Well, I don't think anyone can walk away with that. It's like 300 and 400 pounds.
Okay.
So, and bolted to the floor. So
okay.
someone has to really, pretty much have to do a lot of effort. And
right.
Yeah.
So, okay. And so that's interesting that these products are in a lot of different places around the world.
Yeah.
Do you have, if you're using this in the U.S., what do you have to do? Give up your soul, your fingerprints? Or
No, so our machines, the transaction limits, because we follow FinTrack and FinCEN regulations. So up to a transaction of $3,000, we only take telephone number. So we send you a text message on your phone just to verify your number. You have to enter that code in order to proceed. And then beyond $3,000, you have to take your ID. We scan your ID and face match, make sure that it's the right person. But for smaller transaction, it's just a text message. We don't take biometric because there is no way. People are sketchy about that, and it's not a requirement of any kind of regulation at this point of time.
Wow, yeah.
So, I won't personally give my fingerprint, right?
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, it's not like something. So we don't take fingerprints at all.
Okay, so just to be clear, if somebody does a transaction that's less than $3,000, they would only have to give their phone number?
That's right.
Okay.
But being said so, these regulations can change because they are not defined by us, they're defined by the government.
Right. So, and that's the U.S. government, right? But does the same thing apply in Canada or in South America?
So, right now we are following the one in Canada, right? $3,000. So, but at the same time, it could be changed to $1,000. But even for smaller transaction, I don't believe it will kick in for $500, $300, $400. Again, we can set it up anytime we want. We can change those limits according to government.
Right. Okay. And so how are the ones that are out there doing right now? The ones that are actually trading where are they located and how are they doing?
Yeah. So right now, as I said, we have one in Winnipeg, Ottawa, Toronto, Switzerland, Montreal. So we have these locations. Roughly, we are doing around last month we had around transaction of $500,000 on our machines. But it's a one-way right now, so they'll be moved to convert to two-way, and which will volume will increase. And so this is roughly we are estimating we will be doing around probably $100,000 per day within like next 2 months, increasing because our volume is increasing and we are working on something. We have limited our machines to one way right now, so that's the reason.
Oh, which way is that?
So like it's only one way right now. You can only buy Bitcoin, but the
Okay, only
machine
buy.
that would be launched like within this week would have two-way function.
Okay. And where are they located? Like restaurants, bars?
So the one in Toronto is located in a Bitcoin Decentral managed by Anthony Delorio. So it's in an incubator. The one in Ottawa is in a pub. The one in Winnipeg is in a pizza place. The one in Montreal is in Bitcoin Embassy. So the one in Geneva is also, I believe, in a kind of an office space incubator.
Uh-huh.
So pretty much they are in offices. We are focused on selling machines or like becoming like the people who are already in the space.
Great. And where can people find the company online?
So they can go on bitaccess.co, BITACCESS.co, and they can use this contact form to contact us.
Great. Okay. And one more question. How much, if somebody wants to buy one of these, how much does it cost?
Yeah, so our machine, we have different models with a $7,000 model, $12,000, and $15,000 model.
Okay. Thank you so much, Hasib. I appreciate your time.
Thank you. Bye. Thank you.
CryptoKit is the world's first Chrome browser Bitcoin wallet. It's the easiest, fastest Bitcoin wallet payment system. With a simple one-click install, it takes just seconds to get your wallet set up. And because CryptoKit finds the address and payment for you, there's no more fussing around or tab switching. CryptoKit is more than just a wallet. It comes with a preloaded PGP encrypted social network, news feeds from Reddit and Google, and up-to-date charts from exchanges. Finally, CryptoKit Directory allows you to make two-click payments with any of the BitPay merchants. Once you install CryptoKit, you won't need anything else. For more information or to download CryptoKit, visit CryptoKit.com.